Okay, Stephen Key, I'm back from Montana. I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine, Marc. He's been on before. Welcome, Marc, to InventRight TV.
Hey, thanks, Stephen. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, last time I had you on, you're kind of a no-nonsense guy. We're going to put a video up so people can see what you do again. And
venture capitalist Marc Portney. He's brought hundreds of products to market.
I guarantee that you have at least one item in your house that I was responsible for.
The second he's convinced of a product, he'll invest.
Let's take your invention and turn it into big business.
I know you're looking for ideas. You work with inventors, and you're pretty much a straight shooter, right?
It's the only way I know. I don't play games. I don't like nonsense. If you want to lose me, just blow some smoke. I'm gone.
All right. So I'm just kind of curious about some topics. We're going to start out today just to talk about prototypes, because I don't think you need them. What do you think?
I think it's an absolute necessity. So why do you think you don't need them? I mean, somebody comes and jots something down on a napkin, and that's good enough for you? I mean, that's nonsense.
Now, wait a minute. Let's look at it from an inventor standpoint. I've got a lot of ideas here.
Sure.
And do I have to build a prototype on every idea I have to satisfy, people? I'm going to go broke if I have to do that.
No, but Stephen, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody else. Number one, if you got 10 ideas, I get phone calls all the time. I just need 5 minutes of your time. I've got 1,000 ideas. And guess what I say? Give me the best one. Just give me the best one. So you don't, and you may have a lot of ideas, Stephen, or you're people out there that listen to you religiously, might have a lot of ideas, but give me the best one. And if you truly believe in it, then make a prototype. The bottom line is, if I'm more passionate about your item, I am going to bounce you like a basketball out of here, because I don't want to be more passionate than you. You're the inventor.
Okay. Now that makes sense, but let's say this prototype is expensive, and I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to work. I think in theory, I know it's going to work. So is there anything I can do before I spend my hard money on a prototype to prove to you? Is there anything else I can do beforehand to get you interested?
Well, you're going to have some skin in the game. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So if you want to have a model, you want to make a model. I mean, okay, but it's not great. I mean, I want to see the thing working. I'm working with an item right now. The inventor comes to me and he goes, "This is the greatest thing, and I've got this company interested in that company." Do you have a prototype? No, I have drawings. Okay, I take a look at the drawings. I send it overseas, right? I said, let me give this a shot, right? So the bottom line was, yes, we get it. It's unbelievable, and it is patented, and it is what we think it's going to be. But the bottom line is, to get overseas to manufacture it the right way, and of course, this is my opinion. I've only been doing it for 35 years, so I'm just starting to get used to it, So if they see a piece like the inventor envisions it and wants it, that's my heavy recommendation. So I went back to the inventor and I said, "Listen, dude, we can get this done. It's no problem. And I'll come to the table with you and I'll negotiate with you, for you, whatever you want to do. But you have to put the prototype in my hand."
Okay.
And he cried like a little bitch. She cried like a little bitch.
Okay. But let me see if there's another way I can convince you first to see if I'm crazy. Right, so I send over to you a marketing piece, a sales sheet that just shows the benefit. I want to sell the magic. I want to sell the wow. And why would people even care? Can I do that first before I build a prototype, just to wet your whistle?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, if that's what we're disagreeing on, then we probably agree. But at the same time, yes, of course, because I'm going to see 9 out of 10 items that don't work for me. Okay, and I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be a downer, but I'm just saying that. First of all, does it solve a problem? If the answer is yes, is it a problem big enough that anybody gives a crap about? Okay? So, about all these things, yes, it solves a problem. It's unbelievable. But it's not a problem. It's very niche, or the market is very small. And I like mass. I like to deal with the masses. That's what I like to do. So I'm going to say you can send me the sheet. I can take a look at it. And plenty of people do it, Stephen. Plenty of people do it.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about, so I send this sell sheet to you. The one-line benefit statement's big. The value proposition, you go, yeah, I get it. I understand it. It's big enough market. Everything's right. So now you come back and go, hey, I need a prototype. All right, can I do a Frankenstein prototype? Can I show you kind of concept? Does that have to be pretty? I mean, tell me, what do you need?
I mean, why Frankenstein? Like, there's somebody, are you saying somebody doesn't have the money?
Well, I just want to show that it works. Maybe, does it have to be like this works-like pretty model that you're going to show to a retailer? Or is there...
No, it could be rough. It could be a rough model. I wouldn't say Frankenstein. That's a little aggressive, but it could be rough. I mean, rough is okay. It doesn't have to be a polished up. Like the guy that I'll go back to the guy I'm working with right now. I need him to make me a rough prototype. And it doesn't cost as much. Obviously, if it pops out of a mold or what they're doing, they'll probably 3D print it at the end of the day. That's a game changer in today's universe. So they 3D print the thing. Does it look exactly like it's going to come out of a polished mold? Absolutely not. But is it something I can be proud to bring to a meeting and talk about and show? Yes.
Okay. So just so we're clear, that prototype helps you, first of all, hey, we can do it. Proof. Number 2, you can look at that prototype and probably maybe give an estimate of what it's going to cost. Okay, that's fair enough.
Sure.
The third one, you could show it around to get a read from a buyer. Do you do that? Is that a good idea, bad idea?
Of course. That's exactly what I do. So when I get this rough prototype from the guy, I'm going to take those meetings with those monster companies, and I'm going to come in, not by myself. I'll bring him. And we're going to sit down. We're going to go over it, because once I'm holding it and once I show it to my overseas partners, I know for a fact I can bring it in. Then I can do what I say and say what I do, because nothing comes out of my mouth unless I'm going to do it. That's how we work here on the East Coast.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Everyone, thank you for watching this video. Prototypes are expensive, but they're needed. All right. But when do you need them? That was the talk here. Marc, thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen.